Hi, my name is Laura Quintero, and this is my presentation called A Struggle for Equality. The fight for civil rights in America wasn't just a series of events. It was a movement, a struggle that began long before the words freedom and equality were recognized for all. But in 1941, something happened that would mark a turning point. President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed an executive order banning racial discrimination in defense industries. This was just the beginning. The war also saw many African Americans serve in military, bringing attention to the blatant injustice of segregation within the armed forces. In 1948, President Harry Truman, influenced by the bravery of those soldiers, signed an executive order to end segregation in the armed forces. It was a pivotal step, but it wasn't just policy change that would drive the civil rights movement, it was the passion of those demanding justice. As the fight for justice grew, so did the legal battles. In 1857, the Dred Scott decision denied African American citizenship. Then, in 1986, Plessy v. Ferguson legalized separate but equal, a policy that sustained racial segregation. But in 1954, the Supreme Court struck down segregation in public schools with the landmark case Brown v. Board of Education, saying that separate is inherently unequal. This decision was a beacon of hope for those fighting to end racial inequality. It wasn't just the courts that changed history. Leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, and Thurgood Marshall took bold steps. King's I Have a Dream speech and his letter from Birmingham jail inspired a nation to act. In the face of fierce resistance, like the Defiance in Little Rock, Arkansas, and Birmingham, Alabama, and the civil rights movement didn't back down. African American activists, along with supporters from all walks of life, pushed forward. They didn't just challenge racial inequality, they sparked a movement for equal rights that spread to other marginalized groups. In 1964, the Civil Rights Act was passed, banning discrimination based on race, color, religion, gender, or national origin. A year later, the Voting Rights Act ensured that African Americans could exercise their right to vote without barriers. The struggle didn't end there, though. The civil rights movement wasn't just a fight for African Americans, it was a fight for the soul of America. It showed that when people demand justice, change is inevitable, and the struggle for equality continues, in ways big and small, every day.